Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called real2reel360. KYs.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the real2reel360 show. Let's get it in. We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real2reel360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to porn. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy.
Peace and blessings. What's good? What's good, everybody? To the nation, to the 5% nation of God's love, to all the human families of the planet Earth, I bid you love, peace, and happiness. Welcome to the real2reel360 show. I am the one and only DJ K Wazala, aka Kato, the black superhero. Chilling like a villain, and it's time to get it on. Listen, it is a good one. The God is back. I'm here, so let's get it on and popping. And you know how we do. Got to bring on my co-host with the most, none other than my baby brother, Mr. God himself. I don't gotta say nothing. Let's go.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD.
Peace, Almighty. What's good?
Man. Peace. Is glad to have you back, big bro.
Indeed.
You know, you was definitely missing for the last couple of days. People, you know what I'm saying, want to know how you was doing. I had to tell them you was on a vacay. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to take vacation time and everything else.
Vacation.
But today you came back to a great epic show.
For sure.
This is one of Southern Soul's divas. Like, if you have not seen this young lady perform, you have missed out. And you heard the songs before, and right now we finna put the face to the music. This is one.
I still got a bone to pick with them. That's all right, but we're gonna talk about it.
We'll talk about it a little later, you know. But this right here, you know what I'm saying, is one phenomenal Southern Soul artist. Her voice is like no other. And ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cecily Wilburn is in the building. I'm gonna let you go ahead and pick your bones with her. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say nothing right now.
That's how we start out.
No.
Peace, how you doing, Queen? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Glad to be on the show. Thank y'all so much for inviting me.
Yo, I tell you, been working on trying to get you on the show for a little while now.
Glad our schedules finally opened up. I'm excited.
I'm trying to tell you, like, this has been amazing. But I've watched your shows, I've watched your performances, and there's not too many people who don't know that Southern Soul man, whether it's the original or the remix. It's not too many that don't know your music, period. And want to thank you for coming on, making time to come on the real2reel360.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
But for those who have not, or been locked up, or been under a rock somewhere, who, you know what I'm saying, been on an island by themselves, can you just introduce yourself to our followers and listeners, please?
Most definitely. My name is Cecily Wilburn. My friends call me Cece. I am one of the newer Southern Soul divas of the South. They call me Songbird from my hometown. And y'all, I hit the ground running. I just graduated full sail with my music production degree. So not only am I a writer, but I'm also a producer as well. So I've got a new hit song, Southern Man, that's going crazy. Everybody's showing love with that. Thank y'all so much.
Well, my thing is, you know, we're not going to talk about that right now, but we're going to lead to that in a minute. when it came down, what was your inspiration to go ahead and get your degree, and what was the reasoning behind it?
I've been in music for so long that a lot of the natural talent that I have, I got it from my parents. My dad is a pastor, but he's also a recording artist as well. So music, this it was so like second nature that when you just walk into it based off of talent, people really don't take you seriously in this kind of industry. You got to either have a long list of experience, or you got to be stamped by the right person, or you got to go to school and show that you did that investment. So I'm gonna be honest, I was already writing and singing before I even decided to go to school. But because I didn't want to ride my daddy's name, I didn't want to be known as his daughter. I wanted my own identity in this. And honestly, our directions are so different that you really couldn't say that that could happen. But I just wanted to go to school and invest in myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to be a jack of all trades. I want to be a professional.
Right. Now that's inspirational and the key word to that is being a professional.
Yes.
And when was it the first time that you actually start singing? Was like you said, your father's in the church and what have you. But when was it when you start stepping out in the forefront, singing these solos? Was it that in the church, or did you do any talent shows?
So this is funny, right? I literally the story that my dad brought this up when I auditioned for The Voice. I got pretty far, and they had to audition, interview some people in the family. My dad brings up this story that I didn't hear until then. He said the very first song he taught me to sing as a solo, I was 2 years old, and he put me up on stage, and I sang the song perfectly. You heard every word. I initially like everything was perfect. I got off stage and people started talking to me and they could understand nothing that I said. Literally, when I tell people I was singing before I was talking, I literally was singing before I was talking.
Now, was you in a group? Did like growing up? Was you in a group, a singing group, or did you?
With Joe Jackson, my family was a group. Like I said, my dad's a recording artist, but he's also a pastor. So I've got siblings. My brother's terminally ill right now, but he's actually who taught me to start with instruments because he was self-taught, but he played everything. Shout out to my big brother CJ. Most of the musicians in this area that are playing with a lot of these big quartet groups actually ran with my brother. Some of them actually were taught by my brother. So my dad had the whole thing. He had the keyboard player. He got 3 beautiful women behind him, my mama, me, and my sister. So he had background singers. Like, of course, the older I got, I did sing once before in a gospel group called Fresh. We had a chance to sing at the Stellar Awards and everything. That was dope. I wrote a lot of music for Fresh. We actually had a hit song that got on the radio called Amazing. That was written by me. That was pretty dope. But after that, I got married. I had a couple of kids, slowed down a lot with music. So when I got married to the husband, this is my second marriage. When I got married to my husband, he's been my rock when it comes to music. Like this man spares no expense. That's the security guard, that's the manager, that's the money keeper, that's everything. So when I told him I wanted to go back to school, it was like, well, what you waiting on? And then COVID hit, I got laid off, and he was like, well, do this full time. Like you got everything you need. What are you waiting on? So that's literally how it started. Like from my dad putting that little seed in me to want to do a little solo that I could barely talk to where we are now.
Now, while you was during COVID, did you stockpile music? You know what I mean? Did you have a studio inside the house? How did that work out for
I was blessed. I'm very creative. I already had a studio equipment. Southern Man was actually recorded during COVID. I recorded it, wrote it, mixed it, everything by myself at home. So I can't really say I got creative. I started doing Songbird Saturdays for sure. That was one of my favorite things to do. I would just go live. I would go sit on sidewalks at businesses and ask them, could I entertain people on their sidewalks? And it got so crazy. I was at this hair store one time right up the street, and people were pulling up, sitting in their cars because that was when they didn't let us do anything with COVID.
Right.
So they were pulling up in their cars, listening to me in the parking lot. dropping money in my little hat and everything. It was so dope. I actually got some of the videos still on my live, like no joke. I created this whole thing because I kept thinking I worked so hard to show these followers what I wanted to show them. I can't lose them because the world shut down. So how do I keep their attention?
Mhm.
So I sang on the sidewalk.
Now, you have a song called Pickup Truck,
Yes.
right? You have a song called Pickup Truck. Let's talk about what was the inspiration behind this pickup truck? What was going on with that?
The beauty in being a writer is sometimes I don't have inspiration.
Mhm.
I took my husband. Pickup Truck was written the day Southern Man came out. I
Okay.
had taken my husband out of town for Father's Day.
Mhm.
Shout out to Bay.
Mhm.
And Southern Man was actually a gift for him. He had no idea the song was dropping. I dropped the song, Happy Father's Day, took him on a trip, see Wildin' Out. Yeah, it was dope. On the
Right.
ride back, he was on the phone with his best friend, and I was so uninterested in what they were talking about. It was something about a betting app and some sports and stuff. I don't know.
All right.
I started writing, and I propped my feet up on the dashboard, and I said, okay, I'm gonna just play around with some beats. And the beat felt like that's what the story should have been. That's how the music felt. So that's just what it was.
That's what it was. Well, right now, my brother has it queued up, and we're finna segue into Pickup Truck. Now, if you want to introduce this song, or do you want me to introduce
Yes, please let me do it. Please let me
it?
do
Go,
it.
go for it. Go for it.
You guys are about to hear the one and only Pickup Truck single released by your girl, Cecily Wilburn.
Let's go.
Ladies, have you ever thought you lost that perfect man? Like you let him slip right through your fingers. I saw mine the other day, and I always said, if luck was really on my side, I see him again. Well, I did. Let me tell you how it happened. I went home a while ago, cause I had a little time to spend. I was paying for my food, I was smelling real good, and I ran into a friend. He hugged me real tight, asked about my mama, we talked for a minute or two. He put my number in his phone, and I barely made it home when he texted and said I'm coming through. He sat me on the gate of his pickup truck, told me how his life had changed. Told me he was proud of how I chased my dream, doing my music. And all them feelings I used to have, they all started coming back. Before I knew it, it was coming and the rain started pouring. I couldn't let him go like that. If I was a gambling woman, I'd blame it on luck. I got a second chance, I think I found my man. That's the power of the pickup truck. If I was a gambling woman, I'd blame it on luck. I got a second chance, I think I found my man. That's the power of the pickup truck. I took my friend inside to drive, and we talked probably all night long. He always knew how to make me laugh. We even danced to my favorite song. Let's get it on. Everything about that man made me feel like a kid again. Things felt the same when he looked at me, like he didn't want the night to end. We both knew something good was about to happen. After that, I don't remember much. But I remember everything that I felt that night in the back of that pickup truck. Now, I don't know if it was a storm or the rain, but we got right to business, and we didn't want to quit till the morning came. If I was a gambling woman, I'd blame it on love. I got a second chance, I think I found my man. That's the power of
Power of the Pickup Truck. Amazing
In my
voice.
defense, that song said nothing about a Southern man, because
No, it did not.
people in the North drive pickup trucks too.
I want to give a shout out to all those who are chiming in right now. Uh, we have Queen Respond in the building, Carl in the building, Sheila. Bigfoot Bad News is in the building. Shouting out Bad News. That's our brother, man. Nothing but love for him, And of course, this is definitely a great song that you've written. And the voice, like I said in the very beginning, is very powerful and it definitely needs to be heard.
Thank
Now, your first song that you heard on the radio, what was that experience for you like?
my song being played on the radio.
Yes.
Oh my god. I definitely cried. I'm a crybaby. My first reaction wasn't even to call my husband. It was to call my daddy. Like, this is stuff that me and my daddy been like preparing me for since I was a kid. And it's little stuff. Like, I don't, even if I don't like win a Grammy, if my music gets to the masses and I get a chance to get that close, like, that's a lot to me. The fact that I can say I was blessed enough to do the Apollo, like, stuff like that. So my reaction when I heard on the radio was like, how did I get here? Let me call my daddy.
Now you talk about the Apollo, and then you was on another nationally televised show.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how did that experience come about with you being on this nationally televised show. I'm gonna let you say the name.
Yeah, so I got a chance I was one day away from being on the show for The Voice. So I went to California back in 2018, actually. My sister, it all started because my big sister is also part of my management team. I don't know how that dynamic works. God just makes it work. I'm scared of her. That's how it works. I'm scared of her. So we were supposed to be on vacation at Essence Festival. We really were. And she was like, she found this karaoke. Coca-Cola was sponsoring a karaoke to let people come and sing on stage. I won. We got some tickets to some great seats. Well, while I was getting my stuff from them that I won, some people from the Apollo were upstairs and they were recruiting, and you could see this line go up the auditorium. And it was like all the way up these stairs. It looked like hundreds of people. So like, the girl mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, that's a long line. We got stuff we want to do. I'm not doing that. She was like, oh no, we got you. Come on. So she took me and passed me all those people and took me straight to the front of the line, gave me my clipboard. My sister's like, what's happening? What is it? And we look up, there's a picture I actually have on my Instagram or my Facebook where my sister took a picture. She couldn't go in the room, but it said audition for the Apollo. We had no idea what I was doing until I started signing the paperwork. So she like cracked the door just enough for you to see the door, the sign, and you can see me standing in just a little crack in front of a microphone. It's really dope. But that led to me doing The Voice because the video went crazy and somebody that I know did it. And he was like, hey, I know exactly how to coach you into this, this, and this. We had to do 3 rounds of auditions. So they send you to California for like a week at a time. They give you a little stipend just to get you through, of course, because you're missing work. But it was an experience. They teach you about all these lawyers, entertainment industry lawyers, and they make you go through these vocal coach. I got a chance to work with Fantasia Barrino's vocal coach. And let me just tell you, I'm still using them tips today because I got them for free. So The Voice, it was dope. It was dope, the whole experience.
Now, how was it singing at the Apollo?
That was another surreal moment. Like the whole radio thing, it was like, I was cool. I was pregnant, first of all. So my my baby girl has already been to New York. Shout out to Journey.
Right. And she's been on the Apollo.
Exactly. I already been on the Apollo. Tackle that.
Right.
So when I got there, I was cool because I was half sick. I was in my first trimester with her. I wanted to kill the taxi driver. Shout out to y'all's Uber drivers. They're way better than the taxi drivers. I'll never take another New York City taxi again. So I
Oh
finally,
man.
right, we finally got to the actual venue, to the hotel. I mean, to the Apollo. We
Mhm.
stopped. There's a soul food spot around the corner or across the street or something. It's like all you can eat. It was Southern something or somebody's hands or something like that.
Oh, on 126th Street.
Listen,
Yeah.
when I say that was the best Southern, like, oh my God, Southern comfort food that I've gotten outside of the South. I was like, yeah, somebody from the South is up there cooking. That's somebody grandma with jiggling the arm right there. That's somebody grandma back there cooking because you can't tell me. So I ate good, and I'm talking about we're kicking it with all these other contestants and stuff. And no joke, I got up there to rub the log, and my knees got weak because you
Wow.
watch people rub that log, but like when you actually get to touch it, it's different.
Uh-huh.
It's totally different.
How does it feel to sing or be considered a Southern Soul artist and being on that stage, knowing that it was filled with legends? You have
Love it.
all these legends that's been there on the Apollo, rubbed that same log that you rubbed, and you were carrying the banner for Southern Soul in New York.
I love it. I'm such my parents marked me. Both of them are very competitive.
Hmm.
So I'm one of those people I just want to make my people proud. Like I don't chase the glitz and the glamour. It's about honor for me.
Hmm.
And when you give me something that valuable, like now I feel like, oh yeah, I gotta show out now because I'm an extension of this person or I'm an extension of this person. So for every performance that I do, I don't ever have a small performance. I don't think there are such thing as oh, this is just this.
Hmm.
I've got intimate crowds and I've
Hmm.
got mega crowds. But no matter where I am, I'm an extension of people I'm learning from. Betty Wright and Tina Turner are two people that my parents like instilled in me so tough, and those were performers. I
Wow.
can't do anything less. I can't.
I was talking to you before the show, and I was talking about a performance that you've done, and the crowd was it was an outside venue somewhere, and the crowd was crazy. And you interacted so much with the crowd. You danced with one individual, and it was like the whole crowd was moving with you. You could see, like you went from one side of the stage to the other. How
Yeah.
is that feeling when the crowd is so engaged with you? You have that type of performance.
That is why I love my job. When a teacher sees her babies graduate college and
Hmm.
she sees where her seed grew,
Hmm.
that's the accomplishment. I feel like when you can feel music is music is an unspoken language that everybody needs.
Hmm.
Everybody. Whether you're teaching a kid to sing their ABCs, whether you're trying to express to somebody how you feel, or whether you're trying to just get some hype and work out because you're trying to lose 15, 20 pounds, you
Right.
gotta have it. And you can't say that you can do life without music. That's like saying you can do life without water. Your body thrives off of it. Your mind needs music. That's a part of your brain you'll never be able to cut off.
Mhm.
So when I can attach myself to that, it's bigger than me.
Shout out to Mark Hollywood. Holloway is in the building. That's our brother right there. He's coming
What's
back.
going on?
He's coming back. My bro coming back, man. He got some new music out, man. Make sure y'all
I
check for him.
love him. I got to meet him in where was I? I was in Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got to meet him and his family. His people, they are so dope, so welcoming. I love them.
Yeah, Mark, yo, he's a great brother. He's a great artist, and his music is amazing. Wow, I'm just dropping stuff all over the place. Let you know what's going on over here. Um, but you have a song called Tonight, right?
Yeah,
And I noticed like a lot of your songs are relationship based.
yeah,
Like you bring the love back to the music.
yeah.
Uh, do you miss the slow dances,
I miss them. I miss the concept videos that actually told stories.
the
I
soul stories?
Yes, I miss love songs where you saw men pursuing women and where you saw women not so eager to give themselves away. I miss the chase. I
Right.
miss romance. I miss it all. I
And
miss
you
it.
can tell that by the music. Like when you listen to your music, and and how you can get a whole vibe from it.
Oh, that's love. Thank
You know what I
you.
mean? That's a whole vibe. So, what was the behind tonight? Was there a moment where you was just like, tonight's the night? What is this?
Well, once again, that was one of those random random writings. I work with a producer. His name is Chris Thomas. Shout out to Chris. A lot of my music that you guys have heard, he has co-produced, mentored, and taught me in the
Right.
studio. So Chris often has these beats that he feels like nobody else will write to because they don't sound like normal Southern stuff. So he'll send me these tracks every now and then and be like, "Send me what you could do with this. Send me what you could
Right.
do with this." So I was sitting next to my husband playing his video game, and I was like, I like this. This
Hmm.
is giving me like Frankie Beverly vibes. Like I'm jamming, and I was like, started singing. So tonight, give me reason to stay out all night. I was like, oh yeah, I'm writing this. I loved it.
Well, right now we're gonna segue into tonight.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll let you segue into it. Just
If you are looking for the next cookout anthem, come on, put that tonight on. We got you something right here. Tonight, Cecily Wilburn. Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, that was tonight.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
That is a banger.
That is a banger, right?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. That shit
Now,
will wide circuit. put it on the radio station right now.
Thank you. And the shout
Now,
out UK tapped in with that song immediately. It actually charted in the UK when it first came out. So shout out to them.
shout out to the UK.
They
Now
smart.
we're gonna get to the issue that we got. Okay,
Oh Lord.
hey, where you from, Kay?
New York, born and raised, point blank, period.
Yeah, all these Southern men songs and
Yeah,
Southern this song. They ain't giving us no love, Kay.
we just no love.
Hey, tonight said nothing about Southern.
But that's not what we're talking about.
We talking about this another song that's coming up.
She
Hey,
trying
just,
to
just because it wasn't mentioned does not mean it was not inclusive. It just hey, it was for them.
Because I think we growl when we walk.
You know
Bro,
what?
we talk.
You know what? I can't hate. I can't hate on it right now. You know why? Because
Why?
she said she did it for her husband.
I did.
Yeah. Now I respect that. I respect that because he's a Southern man.
Else out there that's doing this all this Southern soul men stuff, y'all just doing it. I'm coming for y'all.
Well, I'm glad to know I'm not in the number.
Nah, it's all good.
It's all love. It's all love. But I wanted to talk about the engagement of your fans when they see you on stage. I wanted to really get into that. Like the entertainer part of Miss Cecily. How do we, tap into that? Because like I said, I watched the video and I saw the crowd. What type of feeling do you get before you get on that stage? And then when you see that crowd reaching for you or dancing or singing a song right along with you, what can you put that type of feeling in words?
That is a gift. Being a performer is a gift. I don't take it lightly. I actually tell people a lot. I actually learned that gift from church.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad thing, but in church you have to know how to read the spirit. You have to know how to read people and know what they need.
Mm-hmm.
What I do, I tell people all the time, I don't do it in church, but it's a ministry. If you leave the way you came, I didn't do my job.
Right.
If I ain't, if it's a husband in there and he ain't ready to tap his wife when he leave, God doggone it, I didn't do my job. You hear what I say? I'm out here trying to hope to people. Listen. But as a performer, you have to know, you got to be able to look at somebody and know what they need before they know.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's looking for a time. And sometimes it ain't always a dance time. Sometimes they just want to mellow out. They done had a long week. And they need something that's going to soothe them, You ain't got to preach to them. You ain't got to yell at them all the time. Like all that yelling and hollering ain't necessary all the time. Sometimes people want to be finessed.
Right.
So the performer in me is not so much of what's going to make me look good, but what do you need today? That's my job. What do you need today? Do you need some vibes? You want to dance? You trying to get something going because you got your honey at the house waiting on you? Like what am I need? What do you need from me today? And that's why I'm so
first. Miss Parker, that's what we look for.
Right. So that's as a performer, I cannot be afraid to go there for people. I got to meet you where you at and be like, all right, come on, I'm gonna pull you into this good time. There have been times where I could see people and they were like, this really ain't who I came to see, but she opening. So, but by the time I'm done, it's like, okay, I see why you open.
Right.
But that it ain't even about the recognition. It's like, did I give you what you needed? That's where the performer is for me.
Now, I have a question, and it pertains to being a female artist in this genre of music.
Ooh.
A lot of times, the female artists don't get the recognition that we feel like they deserve, and that's personal for us. Not saying anywhere else,
Yes.
but do you feel like that there is a all blues or blues is all right tour for all female artists, and you think that would be something that would definitely put the genre in a different outlook?
I don't think it's about the tours. I don't think it's about the battle of men versus women. In
Okay.
order for us to put Southern Soul where I would love to see Southern Soul be, which is on mainstream,
Hmm.
it's the consumers.
Right.
The consumers. Money. Chris Tucker said it best. Follow the rich white man. You've never seen you've never seen people jump on a sinking ship.
Right.
So if we want Southern Soul to be mainstream, because that's what I'm aiming for. That's why I got my degree. You know what I'm
R-
saying? That's
of
why I'm
course.
applying for the Grammy Academy.
Uh
Like
huh.
you gotta start sitting in the mainstream room
Hmm.
and start talking. And if they don't want to hear it, okay, this what we doing though. So what you want to do? We
Right.
got to put it in their faces because the consumers love Southern Soul.
Right.
Southern Soul out here making money.
Right.
King George has already been stamped by Snoop Dogg,
Erica
Boosie,
Badu. Yeah.
Erykah Badu. Like they see us.
Hmm.
They listening to us at they cookouts. They
Right.
doing our line dances. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So in
Yeah.
order for us to be recognized and not just look at that like a wave, because Southern Soul is not a wave.
Right.
Southern Soul been here.
Hmm.
But they never gave us a chance because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a historian when it comes to music as well.
Right.
Blues was ours, and blues was not don 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 don. That was not blues.
Right.
You know what I mean? But mainstream took blues and made us think that that's what blues was,
Hmm.
which is how we ended up birthing Southern Soul. You see what I'm saying? Because we're too original for you to put us in a box. You
Right.
can't. So there's so many shades of us, and there's so many flavors of us that we
Hmm.
just got to keep putting it in their faces, female or not. And I'm gonna be honest, my daddy told me best when I was a little girl in this industry when he was putting me in pageants, and my mama got to see me cry my makeup off because I didn't win. And my daddy told me this ain't the industry for tears. This is hard work. It's
Right.
competitive.
Hmm.
And you being a girl ain't gonna make people you pretty, but
Hmm.
all they gonna do is smile at you. But
Right.
what's up here? What can you bring to the table for the
That's right.
businessman?
That's right.
That's
So when
right.
we
That's
start
right.
at Southern Soul, when we start looking at it like a business and not, oh, that's her daddy. Oh, she got that because her manager know this. No, we doing business over
Mm.
here. And we
And
doing realers. Like, come on.
I have to agree with you because just recently, whether the last couple of days, Candy Janae was at Niecy Nash house performing in California in Baldwin Hills. So definitely
That's what I'm
they're
saying.
they're listening. And
They
what
see
what
us.
what are some of the steps that you think that can really outside of saying learning the business that Southern Soul artists can put themselves in a position where they're actually being recognized as legitimate artists and this genre is a legitimate genre to be reckoned with.
Do the work. Do the work. It doesn't matter if you're young or if you're 55 and you just decide. Do the work. Be prepared to put the work in and be prepared for it to be a slow process because you have to build that.
Hmm.
But the one thing we got to do is the work, quality work. Stop
Hmm.
sending these DJs this stuff and they can't. You ain't EQ'd it. Your mic sound like you singing in a can.
Hmm.
Pay attention to your lyrics. Is it fluent? Can it be
Hmm.
played on the radio?
Hmm.
Like we got to start asking these questions through the research, man. Just I tell everybody if it's really worth what you're trying to get out of it, you
Hmm.
won't be afraid to put into it. Even if it's your last $5. If you know you finna make $500 off of $5, why you mad about losing the $5?
Right. Now, being an independent artist, right? How much of it of investing in your own personal craft and feeling like this is the way that you want to go outside of submitting to the big machine, as we know as some of these big labels.
I've never been completely opposed to signing with a label.
Hmm.
I'm all about reading that paper.
Hmm.
My mentor, my manager, shout out to Jeremy. favorite line the thing say is it's got to make sense. Aside my personal feelings, it's got to make sense. Right now, independency makes sense for me. Publishing deals make sense for me. You know, I
Right.
write my own music. Nobody has to write for me. Nobody has to record for me. So what am I paying you for? I don't
Right.
need you. My mentor, my manager, he does all my marketing. So why do I need your big wig marketer to come in and do the same thing? That's like asking me, do I want a steak from Shoney's or do I want a steak from Jay Alexander? You know, it's like it's a steak at the end of the day.
Right.
If I can give you the same quality without signing my rights over, it's mine. I love the fact that if we play Sam Cooke's Stand By Me today, that's a classic.
Right.
My son is 12 and he knows Bring It On Home, like sings it in the shower. I love that. Music never dies, which means as long as it's being played and put on the radio, and it's paying for somebody's college education that's a descendant of him.
Mhm.
You know, it's taking care of his family still, even though he's gone.
Right.
So that's what I'm leaving as a legacy. And I can't sign my legacy over because for every dollar I give you, that's a dollar my children will never see.
That's interesting. Now,
That's dope.
when you write the music that you're writing, and we're going to talk about Southern Man, and that is a classic. That is like when you hear that song play. I know a lot of artists, they feel that when they put pen to paper, that they're writing a hit,
Everybody
right?
does.
Everybody does. Everybody does. Some are delusional, but some aren't. Um, but when you sit down and you write a song like Southern Man, and you see the response that you're getting from that song, you know that you have an instant classic. That this can be played over the years. It's timeless.
Yes.
Um,
Even with the video, if you notice, there was a very wide variety of nationalities in the video.
yes,
I
yes,
wanted
I
it
noticed that,
I wanted it to be classic. Yes.
and it's classy. It's a classy song, and it's a timeless song. And right now, want to go ahead and segue into that. So,
Before
about
before we do, before we
okay,
do,
before we do,
I want to ask about what was the point for you to do the remix?
The first point was I was almost burned at the stake by everyone that fell in love with the song because everybody was like, the song is too short. So I was trying to save my life. I'm just joking. I didn't have to save my life. But everybody wanted an extended version. And I've been talking to my team, and my team was like, it's perfect the way it is. It's perfect the way it is. And true enough, I wrote it. So of course I'm gonna say it's perfect the way it is.
of
But I'm like,
course,
they're asking for something. Let's do something original. We have been brainstorming ideas and ideas and ideas. And none of them really was like, had everybody unanimously like, yeah, that's it. My manager called my phone and was like, Southern Man the Anthem featuring Westlove. What do you think? And I immediately almost went off on him because I was like, first of all, stop playing with me because you know I love Westlove. Don't do that. Don't play with her like that. Choose somebody else. And
right,
he was like, I just got off the phone with her team and they're interested if you're interested. And that it went from there. The funny thing is they asked me to write that verse and have them something by the end of the week.
wow.
I called him back 45 minutes later and was like, check your email.
Hey, shout out to West Love.
Shout out to my girl.
So what I mean, I'm first of all, the combination of you and Westlove for the song is dynamic.
I love
So
it.
what was it like for you to work in the studio in the booth with her? Did y'all actually be in the booth together, or did you just
No, we actually I did because I have my own studio.
Right.
So I recorded it the way I thought it should sound and sent it to her and I told her to have edit. And she came in and put her Westlove on it.
Yes,
And baby,
yes.
she sent it back to me and she was freaking out saying, sis. And I'm like, no, sis. So her energy, the
Yes.
few conversations we've had have been, oh my God, so like bright. Like she's just a light when she comes in the room. So I got a chance to perform it with her for Father's Day, which was the anniversary of the release. And y'all, when I say it took me till the next day, I was riding to my next gig when I left that show, and I was so quiet. And my husband said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I'm still processing what the heck just happened." I just sang with Westlove in front of thousands of people. That is, that was another one of the moments. That was definitely another one of the moments.
And trust me, that's you have two entertainers on the stage because she's a phenomenal entertainer,
Is she?
and you're a phenomenal entertainer. So that show had to be electrifying.
Oh, it was amazing. I can't wait to do it again. I can't.
Right. Next time we want to be right there filming it ourselves because
Oh,
I'm telling
we'll
you,
make sure it is known when that's gonna happen again.
trust me. But big bro, I'm gonna let Cecily go ahead and introduce Southern Man.
Yeah, even though Southern man, but go ahead, man. We got you. We got you.
Listen, even though this song is about Southern Man, this song Southern Man is about a mentality. It's about a persona. So even though you are not from the South, if you have the characteristics of a Southern man, raise your glass right now because you're about to listen to your anthem. Southern Man, the anthem, Cecily Wilburn, featuring West Love.
Shout out to all my New York men. We in the building, yo.
We're in the building. Mississippi, stand up. Southern man. What can I say about that?
I yield.
Yeah. First of all, I want to shout out our sister Lynn. You know what I mean? She's definitely came and always support us. You know what I'm saying? My big sis Lynn, she right there. You know, even though she just shouted out my brother, she forgot she got another brother on the show, but that's okay. You know what I mean?
That's because you
Well, she was saying you was already here, so
Yeah.
don't do that.
But let them tell it. I'm the spoiled one.
You just
So
to the law. Let it go.
I'm the spoiled one. But when and where can individuals see you on your next show? Yes, Lynn, I just told the world that I'm spoiled. Okay.
Oh my God. So I'm actually at I'm a featured artist in a band called Diversity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there every Sunday and Wednesday night from 8 to 12. And we
Right.
do happy hour on Thursdays from 4 to 7. But if you would like the Cecily Wilburn experience, now don't get me wrong, I have a lot of fun with Diversity. We have a very difficult show. We don't do a set list, it's only requests. So whatever you come in and ask for, we have to do it. You put your
Okay.
money in, you write your song down, and even if we don't know it, we got to go listen to it and at least try it. So I'm there 3 nights a week. But if you want the Cecily Wilburn experience, please go to my website, cecilywilburn.com. Book. I do everything: corporate events, um, family reunions, whatever you want to do. So this Sunday, of course, 4th of July is coming up. We all gonna be hanging with family.
Of
This
course.
Sunday, PC Band featuring Cecily Wilburn, Timeless Event Center. It's in Memphis, Tennessee. You guys got to show up. I'm gonna be there this Sunday, and I'm also in Atoka doing 1 hour with TBT Pro One. It's a house band for Sticks and Stones in Atoka, Tennessee. That's right outside of Memphis. But I'll be there from 9 to 10 if you're looking for something Friday. But I'm telling you, that Sunday show is gonna sell out in a minute because we're getting really close. You gotta get your tables, get your tickets because this is gonna be lit.
Already know it's going to be lit. And you notice she didn't say event, she didn't say show, she said experience,
Yeah,
meaning that it's going to be a lot of things going on and you're not going to want to miss
you
at
do.
all. You know what I mean? Like,
Best recommendation is to make sure you're there.
that's it. And I tell you, I kind of feel gypped, even though like I watch the videos and stuff like that,
Oh
but
no,
not to actually have the live experience of how you command the crowd. It seems awesome.
you have to come. I'm telling you, you have to come.
It really seems awesome. The whole experience of seeing you perform.
Thank you.
So that means the next step for you is a live recording album. Huh?
Oh my God. So you're
Yes.
literally reading my mind right now. There's a spot that I found in Memphis, and the stage is really intimate. The sound in there is amazing. They paid big money to make sure the sound was right. So
Mhm.
I'm actually thinking about doing something like that very soon. So stay tuned.
Now I have to ask you, uh, do you prefer a live band show over a track show?
I always prefer a band over a track show. It's a different experience when you're not recorded and pre thought out.
That's
Mhm.
right.
You can vibe with the crowd, and if they want to refrain that thing for a little while and just keep running it,
Mhm.
have that flexibility to do that. And if they're not feeling it, you can say, okay, let's cut to the next song. So I prefer to have a band if I can.
You
Yeah.
had a question, big bro.
Sir,
You had a question.
Who, me?
Yes, sir. It's
Oh,
all,
no. I have a statement.
go for it. Go for it.
All three songs are now loaded up on our radio show. So it is here.
Yes.
all three.
All
Yeah,
three is
all three.
spinning.
Oh, God is good. Thank you. Oh my
Yeah.
God, thank you.
Yes. Make sure that y'all tune in to Live
Oh,
365.
y'all make sure y'all tagging him and watching his show.
Yes, definitely. Tune into Live 365. We have our own radio station there, which is Real to Real 360. Click in, and you're going to see, and no, you're going to hear some of the best music in Southern Soul, some of the best music in soul, it's going to take you to a time in your life where you remember those courting days, those romance days, those fun days, those cookout days. These are the experiences that Real to Real 360 brings to you, as well as the artists that we bring to you on our show. Today, this has been a beautiful show. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not even going to lie. I want to hear one more song again. I want to hear one more song again.
Let's do it.
Which one,
Hey,
bro?
man, I thought we had Weekend, but we don't have Weekend.
Wait a minute.
Do we got Weekend?
Hold on.
Do we got Weekend? Oh, do we got Weekend? Because see, that song right there talks about how individuals work hard for Monday through Thursday, and Friday morning they're just going until they can get to that Friday afternoon after work where they can get that Cecily Wilburn experience.
That's it.
We ain't got it? Oh my goodness, we got to find that.
I have to get it though.
We got to find that, bruh. There's no way in the world we can't have that one. We got to find it somewhere. Hold on one second. I got to find it because that experience right there. We have to. You have to find it. I have to find it. Somebody have to find it because that song alone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's so many. Now, honestly,
let's ask another question. Are you interested in doing theater or film, acting, debuting, anything like that?
I actually was talking to my mentor recently, and I just got some headshots done. I'm wanting to get into radio and acting. I've done acting before. I have some experience. I've done school, basically stage plays. I've done 2 contemporary urban plays. I've done a Disney Cinderella play, the one that Whitney Houston and Brandy did. I was the Cinderella. And Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, I did Schoolhouse Rock for the kids. So that was fun. So I want to get into acting. I got my headshots done. I'm working on getting some reels done now. That's actually pretty hard. I didn't realize how hard that was going to be. But I also said I want to get into radio because I love even what you guys are doing right now, like being able to connect with people. I love stuff like this. So I actually said I want to try to get into radio.
I tell you what, Miss Cecily, can you talk to me about When You See Love?
Oh, okay. So When You See Love actually does have some background. When You See Love was written during my divorce. And I felt like I had let myself down with the way I approached love in every aspect. Like I married a guy that honestly, we did it out of obligation more than us being in love with each other. We had multiple children together. And of course, when that love ain't there, the house really ain't what it's supposed to be, you know? So I subjected my kids to that kind of stuff. It was hard for us for a while. It was very hard. And I wrote that song sitting in my bed and I was just in my mood. And I said, Love, I'm sorry. Like I literally had to talk to Love as if it was a person. It was like I gave you to the wrong person. That's my fault. That's my bad. I fumbled that. And so that's where that song came
from. Okay. Big bro, you got that?
Thank you, Carl. When You See Love?
Yeah, When You See Love?
Yeah, I believe that might be the video version, but I'm still.
No, I got it right here. I don't have the video version.
No, the audio version is the best part. You need the audio.
Okay, let me see if this is it right here.
You can tell from my frosting, I'm all about the personal touch.
I tell you, it's crazy. When you go into these different sites and you're trying to pull the music out, and they just throw a whole commercial in there unnecessarily. So I have to block that. But right then and there, it's going to go down in about 2 seconds. As soon as I can get rid of this little here. But I got to understand, like, when you see love, what that experience is really like.
There's a hole in my heart.
Guess I'll drown.
And it's burning. understand that nobody can save. There's a hole in my heart, and it's growing. Ever since you up and decided to walk away. So tell me, what am I to do when all I can do is think about you? Tell me, what am I to say when I can't get you off my mind? I guess I'll drown in my sorrows over time.
Now, that was on Stages of Love. And I guess I'll drop. I had to. I'm sorry.
Tito,
I'm sorry.
I need a tissue. Now, see how New Yorkers can cry too? Damn it, ain't no Southern thing.
Yes, I'm writing a song just for you. Don't even worry about it. No. It'll be just for you.
But we wanted to give a little snippet of the talent that you talking about. Stages of Love. That song was on Stages of Love. There's more than just one facet of Miss Cecily Wilburn, and we want y'all to go ahead and download her music, and make sure you hit Spotify, make sure you hit Tidal, make sure you hit Amazon Music, Samsung Music. Support this artist. Make sure that you're at the shows where you can get the merchandise. Also, too, can you tell them where your website so they can receive some of the merchandise?
Yes, you can go to my website, www.cecilywilborn.com. CecilYWilborn.
Right. See, big sis, you know what I mean? I'm not spoiled today.
So,
You know,
Love Note, is that officially out?
Yes, the Love Notes EP is out. It came out. Actually, they both came out on my birthday. So Stages of Love came out year before last on my birthday, and the Love Notes EP was another birthday gift to myself.
Right. Now, I want to tell you that this has been a phenomenal show, and we went over a little bit. I'm sorry for that.
No, listen, this was an entire blessing to me. I appreciate this so much. I really
And
do.
if you can give us 2 minutes after the show, just hang out. Don't go anywhere. Just hang out for like 2 minutes.
Of course.
And this right here is my big brother's part of the show because he says I monopolized the interview. But I'm the spoiled one. I'm the spoiled one.
That's what you're supposed to do. If you're the spoiled one, that's what you're supposed to do.
I'm the spoiled one. He's the one with the deep voice, the Isaac Hayes. I'm just the spoiled one. You know what I mean?
Carla.
All right. Hey, bro.
Yes,
Your time.
All right. To each and everyone, we want to say thank you for coming along the show. Number one, we want to definitely salute our new sister, Mrs. Cecily Wilburn. Listen, like we tell everybody, you don't have a home away from home. You have a home right here on the Real to Real 360 show. So if there's anything that you need, any way that we can help, assist, and push you along, don't hesitate to call on us. We'll be happy to answer that call and make it happen. All right. Now, and to all our fans, followers, subscribers, listeners, keep pushing. Like my brother said, we are now launched on Real to Real 360 radio. I need each and everybody to tune in. It's a 24-hour running radio. All right. I'm working on some new things and some new tools. So if you want to be a part of the most exciting and electrifying radio show coming up, you got to get with me. All right. Make sure you do follow us. We love y'all. We're going to see y'all in a minute. Everybody, yo, peace. Before we go, sister, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh my God, yeah. Shout out to PCMG, Perfect Combination Marketing Group. That is my management team. Talitha, Sakaro, Jeremy, my husband, hey babe, and my daddy and my mama. That's my team, y'all.
That's it. Shout out. Hey, shout out to Lee. Like we've had a conversation. We went back and forth. You know what I mean? She is a haggler. Do you hear me? She is a haggler. She knows her business. You hear me?
Listen, everybody, I love my team because everybody does something different. We don't dabble in each other's stuff. It's like we stay in our lanes, and sister can definitely negotiate some stuff. So I let her handle it, and I'll be like, just tell me where I'm supposed to be and what time I should be.
That's it. She's a haggler. You hear me? It's going down.
Shout out to Tay. Yes, girl.
Shout out. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love for her. You hear me? She will definitely haggle this business. You're not going to shortchange her, not by a little bit. You hear me? She's one of them. I'm telling you. If she tell you she want a quarter, you're not giving her 24 cents. She get all that quarter. You hear me?
And if you ever meet her in person, she's so bubbly and like how I laugh a lot. She laughs just like we're cousins.
Okay.
Our parents are siblings. And when I tell you she's the sweetest thing, so you would think like she's a little chihuahua. You know how chihuahuas can bite.
Right. Oh, trust me. She
She
ain't playing no game.
I know we getting ready to go, but I just got a hit from one of the fans said they showed up Toxic. You know, that I guess that's one of their favorites. So give a shout out to S. Ivy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all good. All this stuff, I'm going to make sure I throw up all this stuff.
And Toxic was actually co-produced by my manager, Jeremy. That song was his idea, and I'm telling y'all, it's a hit. Listen to Toxic.
All right, so we're going to pull her into the background. Yo, we hope you truly enjoyed the show. It's good to be back. I'll be back for a little while still doing what I do. Hopefully, things go right. We're going to make it happen, Captain. So, what's up, bro?
We have a show at 8:30. Dr. Robert Jameson. Man, it's going to be phenomenal. When you talk about learning the business, this individual definitely is going to have and school us in shows, promotion, things of that nature. So chime in. And also to CC, come on back. We got more time for you.
I'm coming back, baby. Call me. I'm coming back.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Have a great time. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Y'all, we say peace.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing and tell a friend and keep sharing because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ K-Wise, my brother, take us up out of here, son. Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and earth. To all the human families on the planet Earth, I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show, each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness to you. The beast of man, woman, and child of the universe. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the real 360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe so we continue to grow to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you. Upon our show, you make it possible for us to do what we do. Now it's time